Alrighty, hi guys, I'm going to teach you how to make a rock using a stencil that I found at Hobby Lobby. This is a poppy stencil. I guess they're poppies, I'm not really sure what they are, but they look like poppies to me. And this is the stencil that I used, and I'll link it below if I can find it online so that you can purchase it too if you want to. Stencils are a great way to get a rock design or a flower design onto your rock so that you can paint it later. And what I've done here is I have painted the base of my rock with gray paint to make it look like a natural color stone and to give it a smooth look in the background. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach my stencil. This is a self-sticking or a self-adhering stencil that I just bought. So it's brand new. It's clean. There's no paint on it right now. And you don't have to do it this way. You definitely have to take the sticky paper off the back, because if you don't, the paint won't go through the holes. But I should have done this before, probably. But if you buy a stencil that doesn't have self-adhering quality to it, then you can always just use Scotch tape to tape the design down while you're stenciling, because you really don't want it to move. You want it to be flat to whatever you're stenciling onto, because you don't want the paint to really bleed through the lines, through the holes onto the other side. Whoops, it's a butterfly, I don't need this. It's kind of tricky. Okay. So the reason I painted the back of the surface of my rock in a darker color is because I want to initially put the design onto my rock in white paint. And what that's going to do, is it's just going to make the color pop when I add the color on top of the white. If I painted this red, it might not come out as good if I just painted red into the holes right away. So I'm just going to adhere it here. And that's really great because it stays down. And I took white paint, and what you do is you just take your little stencil brush. I have a sponge brush here. And the trick with stenciling is you don't want too much paint on the brush. So you want to wipe some of the paint off and just kind of like have a paper towel around to kind of like get very little paint on there. Because if it's thick, it's going to bleed right through. So I'll start here, and I'm just going to tap, tap, tap. I haven't done this in a while, so hopefully it'll come out good. And basically you just want to get the image onto your rock so that you can then color it in later. You want to go very lightly, just kind of pounce it like so. Hope you can see what I'm doing here. And stencils come in all different patterns, and it's really a great way to use to get flowers onto a rock. I love painting flowers on my rocks, and it's definitely one of the methods that I use and have used in the past. So if you want to try it, I definitely would give it a go if I were you. And acrylic paints, they dry pretty quickly, so that's always a good part. I tell you, I'm not sure I like these brushes. I think I would rather go with a regular stencil brush that has a bristle to it. I'm not sure I can recommend these. I never really used them before. So I'm sorry about the noise in the background. For some reason they're just doing a lot of yard work around here today on the day that I wanted to film this video. It's actually kind of frustrating, but we'll leave it at that. And when I'm done, I'm just going to pick the stencil up and I'll reveal the images on the other side. Hopefully it came out good. And if not, I can always paint over it and do it again. But you get the general idea. I just wanted to show you very quickly in this little video here how to stencil. Now you can also use a stencil in a different way, and if you wanted to, just paint the base of your rock white and then use this to outline with a pen. Just outline the design onto the rock, and I can show you that in another video too. But for this one I'm just going to leave it at that. I might have had too much paint on my brush, but I don't think it will be a big deal. So I'm just going to lift it up now. Show you the results. Oh, that came out great. Pretty great. I like it. So what I'm going to do from here is I'm just going to move this around after this dries. Obviously I'm just going to move it around and add more flowers here and just kind of give it a realistic look, and then join me back again for the next part of this series, where I'm either going to use red acrylic paint to go over the stencil with a stencil brush, or I might just use my marker pens and outline it. So thanks for joining me. I hope you got something out of this. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and leave any comments or questions you have below, and I'll do my best to get back to you as quickly as possible. Alright, thank you. Take care.